is that I believe the governor of this state should understand that his dereliction of duty was irresponsible. He should resign.
I agree. The governor should resign or be recalled, and we should.
That was last night in Flint, broadcast nationwide during the Democratic debate. Governor Snyder immediately tweeted in defense of himself and his administration. Here's what he had to say to Clinton and Sanders today.
I'm not resigning. I'm going to solve this problem. I said I was sorry, and I'm going to fix it. And there was a failure at all levels of government. Let's not dwell on the past, though. Let's just get up to Flint, solve problems, and make the community better.
Meanwhile, there appears to be new drama surrounding the water bills in Flint. Help me, Hank. Hank Winchester, live with what we've learned today. Hank?
Yeah, Devin. In fact, Flint, the hot topic obviously last night, but also water bills being mentioned during that debate. And just a few blocks down the road here, City Hall, as we were interviewing people about the debate, we started to notice a lot of people concerned and upset about water bills that came in the mail today. Water bill concern and confusion once again causing chaos for the people of Flint. The water bill problems and sky-high rates even mentioned during last night's Democratic debate in Flint.
Water rates have soared in Flint. You are paying 3 times more for poison water than I'm paying in Burlington, Vermont for clean water.
The issue now, bills that appear to be growing rather than shrinking. It's a very complicated, very confusing issue, and it all has to do with a judge's recent ruling. Those who thought they'd been given a credit are now being told they must pay that amount that was credited in the past back.
It was originally supposed to be a credit. They said that about a month ago that we're supposed to get a credit for the services, but instead of the bill going down, mine's pretty much double.
The state has set aside roughly $30 million to help cover some of the costs for residents being billed for water they can't drink. That money has yet to be distributed, but it is coming. In the meantime, many here making the trip to City Hall and many leaving frustrated yet again.
They're talking about these credits, and I just talked to the woman in there, and she said, it ain't going to be what you're expecting it to be. And she said there's going to be a whole nother firestorm over that.
Back out here live. This all goes back to a decision that was made in 2012 by the person that was in charge at that time, that current emergency manager. It's very, very complicated issue, but it is still causing a lot of confusion here for people. We put the entire statement from the city, a little explainer on how we got to this point at clickondetroit.com. Bottom line is, though, the state money is still making its way to residents. That $30 million hasn't been doled out yet. When it does, that's when people will see a reduction in their bills. We're live here in Flint. Hank Winchester, back to you.
Hank, it was hard to miss the difference in the amount of attention that was paid to Flint in the 2 debates. A lot more of it last night, and I assume that wasn't lost on the people of Flint today.
No, Devin, I mean, they obviously expected Flint to take up some of the debate conversation last night. I mean, it was hosted here in Flint, but I don't think anybody expected more than 30 minutes of that debate would be focused just on the issues here in Flint. So they appreciated it. They just hope that the national media continues to tell the story of Flint in the future.
Yeah. All right, Hank.